one survivor.
With the camera.
Boo.
Good morning.
Go away, Dad.
Good morning.
We lost Bandon that's asleep.
We had to eliminate a threat.
There's a spider in here somewhere. I was watching it climb.
So what? We gotta get up? Is that what's happening? Outside.
Good morning, castaways. How are we? Good? All right, first, Miala, how was your night?
It was nice. We had an early night, played some board games, and then went to bed.
Yeah, I called Gray to make sure the fire was out, and hello? Sounded like you were already asleep.
He was already asleep.
Sorry about that. Well, I called the other tribe, and they were nowhere near sleeping yet, so I figured it'd be the same. So, how late did you guys stay up?
Jeff, I wish I could tell you. I don't remember. It was rough. It was a while.
Joe?
I couldn't agree more.
All right, well, we've got a big day planned ahead, so to get you fueled up, we've got cinnamon rolls, bananas, grapes, sausage biscuits, plenty of coffee, orange juice, water, bathroom. So, this is the merge. Congratulations, you've made it. You're now one tribe.
Yay.
I didn't even bring my thing. I need my bandana.
No worries.
All right.
New tribe, new bandanas.
Yes.
Just hold on to these.
Oh, wow. Oh, biscuit now.
Dodge so much trouble.
We planted an advantage in that top biscuit. Let's see if anyone finds it.
How's your bag? Oh, my bag. Oh, you're warm.
Oh, no.
And we have the top on.
Like, no degree.
You want top? You have the top on.
Not. I don't want to cause a rift.
I'll take it.
Hey, David, could you take that?
Wait, it doesn't have coffee. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big old target on David back.
Yeah, anyone else want some? Anybody else?
I'm gonna do it on a touchdown.
Okay.
Can I go
I'll take them both.
the Vienna sausages did not last. They didn't hold.
We had really nice warm pasta. So good. We had these.
It was so good.
You can't eat a bag of
We barely ate the pretzel.
These were so thirsty. I think we got our caloric intake.
I'll take a bit.
That would be his third biscuit.
Yeah.
Someone else, please.
That's what that's
I don't
what
know. I got no customer.
We're making predictions and who's going to get voted out.
Oh.
Is there any more
She's
coffee?
getting more.
I definitely need to do this right here.
Someone say stir.
Let's go back to last night. Okay, so Dave, Peyton, Joe, Ben. Was it you guys who started the first offer of we'll take the alcohol? I'm trying to replay the events in my head.
Well, there were rumors being had that alcohol wasn't being enjoyed. And we just saw that as a slap to the face. of you, Jeff.
Disrespect.
Yeah, just
Oh, of me.
Dr. Disrespect. It was not okay.
Well, I took it as strategy, but I appreciate it. So you guys had an excess of materials and you were willing to barter?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And we were feeling a little down. We needed some camaraderie. We needed to have a little celebration before the merge.
Okay, so Marissa, when you hear the offer, what are you guys first thinking?
When I heard that they wanted our alcohol, I was super excited because it was something we weren't even using and seemed like a high value thing to them. So we were happy to give it over and see how much we could get, and knowing that us giving them more alcohol would possibly help us. They're going to be more sluggish in the morning, possibly even sick. I don't know. It was a win-win.
So Bethany, what did you guys really want to get from them in the negotiation?
I just really wanted to get something more than what they offered. That was my main goal.
So were you satisfied with what you ended up with?
And everyone had a place to sit around the fire, so I think it turned out good for us. Yeah.
A couple pillows as well.
Pillows came, I think we used them.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah. Frank, do you think has this kind of darkened the tribal lines even more as we move into the merge now from the events of last night, or do you think it's all one big group now?
It's one big group now. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so let's get to your first individual immunity challenge. So for this challenge, 2 individuals are going to win immunity. 2 people will be safe at tribal council. The other 8 will not be safe. Okay, so this is going to be a classic 3-legged race. Except one of you will be blindfolded. First pair to finish, both win immunity, safe at tribal council. Everybody know what a 3-legged race is. 1 leg in the bag, the partner's got a leg in the bag. Cool. All right. So,
Yeah,
yes.
got something for you.
All right. Actually, go ahead and read it. Dave was so hungry, he went for the 3rd biscuit.
Congratulations, you have found the challenge advantage. At the next challenge, present this to Jeff. You can choose your partner
Okay.
for the immunity challenge.
Yep. Who do you want to choose?
You can choose Franklin.
Okay. Frank and Dave, come stand right here. All right. For the other 8 of you, we've got 8 rocks in here. There are 4 pairs of colors. 1. It's gonna write out your color. Who's got blue?
I've got blue.
Marissa and Joe, come out. Who's got red? Ben and Sam, come on out. Green. Bethany and Peyton, and then
All right, Black.
Morgan and Dre. Go! Stand up quickly! What a pace! Long race though! Joe and Marissa back in it! Alright, here's your line, here's your line! Oh, you're good, turn around, turn around! Nothing is good! David Free, turn it around! Oh, we got a collision! David Free! They eated Bethany onto a big lead on the final stretch! Got plenty of distance, plenty of distance! Push Gray! Let's go! Push Gray!
We're there.
Bethany and Peyton win immunity!
Oh, shit. I know. And I was like, if I get a right.
All right, Bethany Peyton, congratulations. You've assured your spot in the final 9. Go ahead and put this around your neck.
Thanks, guys.
Let's go.
Unfortunately for the 8 of you, one of you will be the first person voted out this morning, and you will be the first member of the jury. So now, head back to camp, figure out who you're going to vote out.
This place looked great. Now it's like a chill.
What did you guys do?
We ate lots of these.
I just won the 3-legged race challenge with Peyton, and I was very surprised when we were matched up. I was not expecting us to win at all. but she was doing a good job of like when we were close to the halfway line and the finish line, she's like, we're almost there, we're in second, we're in first, so that helped me to have the push to go because I was getting kind of nauseous with the blindfold on. So I feel very good about that, and I was worried about us merging. I was kind of worried because I know my name has been floated a little bit, so I was worried about merging and potentially going home, so I'm glad to not have to worry about that this one, but I think I still need to talk to people and solidify where I stand and where other people are.
I think that's a potential, yeah.
Really? Did they talk strategy last night?
Honestly, no. We literally talked about girls.
Really?
What did y'all talk about?
Well, we were trying to figure out like the numbers are gonna be, because we think that like Frank wants to be with the guys, but we think Gray might want to stick with us girls or something.
That makes sense.
So I feel like at this point there's only 4 girls left, and the rest are guys. I'm scared they're gonna take out all the girls, you know?
Morgan, maybe? Or do you want to take out a guy?
I would say Bethany, but she's gotta go.
Yeah. Okay, we were all thinking Bethany too.
She's good. She's gotta go.
Okay. So who do you want to take out, or like at least try to go for? I don't know. What are y'all thinking?
I think they're probably talking about taking one of us. I'm sure.
Okay. Well, we need to go.
They don't have a chance.
They don't.
We need somebody.
Yeah. Well, who do we want to take? Who do you not
Morgan.
trust? Who do you think that's gonna like backstab you?
I feel like Morgan can potentially. I feel like
Samuel.
Morgan played the game.
Okay. Well,
Samuel.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, I can see Sam. I'm good with Sam.
Morgan's not. Okay,
Yeah.
So we want to take out Sam. What are you gonna tell them?
Sam,
Who are we gonna say we're gonna take? We're
I
taking
don't
out?
feel like Sam. He would.
Who do you want to take out then? I'd rather have Sam win, to be honest. Well, I guess we can't think like that yet. I don't know.
I mean, you could play the Dave card and say Dave's the biggest threat. We're gonna take him out. And then we just
Okay, I'll say I could lie and say I'm taking you out.
go.
No, but then I don't want. Well, I'll ask them what they or let's talk and ask them what they want first.
Yeah, just play the vibe.
But who are we voting out together? Because we also can steer Joe in our direction too. Even though I feel like
Morgan thinks it's either her or Marissa.
Let's go Sam.
She was just like,
Let's,
Her
let's
or
say,
who?
she
let's
was
say,
just asking me.
let's say Morgan, but we're going Sam.
She asked me what we talked about last night. I just told her we didn't
I'm
talk
done.
strategy 100%.
okay, so we're going with Sam. We're gonna say Morgan. Okay. All right, let's try to mingle with the other groups. All right.
It's kind of us 4 as a thing.
Yeah.
And then technically Gray voted with us last time, but
I've
didn't
heard some
necessarily
fishy things about Gray.
Gray
Gray-
is strategic. Very strategic.
And he knows some of these guys better.
Yeah.
I think Frank's gonna go to the guys though. Because I think
Yeah.
Frank might still be a little salty about showing.
Yeah.
And I just talked to Peyton, she said
We
she
kind
doesn't
of
know
backstabbed
anything.
Frank about with Zoe.
I didn't even know they were dating until we already put her out. Yeah, I
So
didn't
who's
even know that they
who's
dated.
over there? They got.
All the guys and Peyton. Peyton said she's gonna go listen in over there. And then give me.
Listen,
I mean, Peyton,
Well, she told me she's
Peyton
gonna
and
give
Dave
me.
are
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
So I know
really,
they're gonna
us
be
then
together.
we're technically good because it would be 6
if
to
you can
4.
get Peyton or Gray or Frank to vote for Dave, would you vote for Dave?
I know Peyton would do it.
Yeah. Do you think Dave's the one to go for first?
I think we can. I think because I think we could get Frank or Gray to go for Dave. I don't think we could get them to
I
go
don't
for
think
Ben.
we should
I
do
don't think.
Gray or Frank anything.
You don't think so?
Really? Who do you think it should be?
I would say Frank or Ben.
That's what I lean to.
I think it should be Frank.
Because then we might have Gray back, maybe. Because I doubt he would want to work with his brother.
So y'all are voting Frank.
Frank.
How many people do y'all have for that?
5.
I mean, I think those 5 were good, and so it'd be a 5-5. I guess hypothetical split.
We'd be able to get Peyton because Peyton and Frank have a
Or you-
community thing.
Or do you see Frank as a threat?
Yeah, he's freaking got the thing with well, I don't know if you knew this, but Peyton and Frank have something.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We know. Yeah.
Okay. So that kind of puts them at like a hot seat. Peyton's got immunity. So who's voting with Frank? Who's voting for Frank?
I'm Frank. Yeah.
You Frank?
Frank.
Well, who else? Morgan.
Morgan,
Marissa.
Marissa. 6. And I would rather Peyton have immunity and keep the extra immunity later and let Frank have it.
Okay.
Like Sam, Morgan, Frank, names of 3.
Yeah.
I'm planning on being Sam, but I'm telling people I'm going to vote for
Apparently, I'm the person, the goat.
But
I'm always the goat.
I'm
I don't
definitely
know.
worried
What
that
do you want to do?
I'm definitely worried that like Ben, Frank,
Yeah, Ben, I think this has a tight circle. Too.
Really?
Frank, and you. I'm a
Because
little worried
Ben-
that you'll kind of jump over him.
Yeah.
Favorite them.
It's because you remember, but I also don't want to work with them too much because I know it's a target on my back.
Yeah.
Just like I'm definitely going to put them in that. Especially considering,
Well,
like,
yeah, and they're like the strongest, I feel like.
especially considering like they would probably win all that challenge.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
I think Frank, Ben, and Dave. I'm
I
kind
don't
of
see
worried
Sam
about
winning that many challenges.
but I
which is
wouldn't.
really-
I wouldn't want to vote Dave right now. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would do Frank with Ben, but I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, so it's Ben telling Sam it's me?
I'm sure.
Because I just kind of feel like Sam's not a threat, so I don't mind
Yeah.
having Sam there for a long time.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think he's
what-
a threat either.
what
He
is
kind of
everyone else
talks a
thinking?
lot.
Yeah, I feel like I can not predict, but I can kind of see where his vote's going to be. In a way.
Yeah.
I know Marissa kind of wanted Dave, but she was willing to vote someone else.
Yeah.
And
Like
then,
you, like Frank.
Yeah, like Frank or Ben. And then Joe.
Okay, yeah, Frank. Yeah.
Joe was saying he would vote out Frank or Ben, but I don't know
I
if
feel like
Joe's
Joe's lying. I don't trust her. Because I know he probably
They're
doesn't
talking
trust
to him
me.
now too.
I know Joe probably doesn't trust me anymore. And I know he doesn't trust Ben. So I feel like
So but this,
he's lying.
this is going to be a crazy one.
I know.
We didn't know where you fit in on your tribe. We thought maybe it was all the guys and just you. So we wanted you to vote with us and take out one of your stronger. No, that's not even true. Take out
A
Frank,
stronger guy,
a
yeah.
stronger guy.
Yeah.
Which would be Frank, because him and Gray have wanted to be with your guys' guys this whole time. So. Yeah, and Joe feels on the bottom.
Yeah.
Also of
Yeah,
that
that
tribe.
makes sense.
So he
That makes sense.
asked to be in whatever we wanted to do.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
I-
try to talk with Joe,
Yeah.
and then, but all I heard when I walked over there was they were saying they were gonna vote for Sam. So
That seems weird. I mean, if they want to do that, it's fine.
unless
but
they were thinking about
can't
voting
think
out a
of-
girl, but they just didn't want to say it in front of me. I don't know, but
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can't think of why they would want to do that, especially with 2 girls safe right now.
why they would vote out Sam? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Joe, and then see. Well, because he's talking to Ben right now,
Yeah.
and Sam. So surely they're not saying Sam's
Yeah.
name.
I'm not really sure what Sam's doing in that.
It's confusing.
Because it's also a little weird because Sam went and talked to them. He went and talked to Ben first. Like, he, like, kind of grabbed him out of the huddle.
What do you think?
Everyone's talking about Frank.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful. I'm definitely, just gonna be honest, I'm definitely more, I have a pretty good alliance with the people that I spend the night with. So, us 4, we're not super solid ground, but I think we can move, like I can keep them. So, I think and everybody else I'm not super close with, but I think me, Dave, Peyton, and Joe are pretty close. Joe, I'm not as close with. So that's kind of my angle.
Where are you with Gray? Would you try to pull him in that?
So Gray came and talked to me, and he's like, hey, like, we haven't spoken all game. He's like, hey, basically, I think he's buttering me up. He's like, hey, I'm gonna throw your name out, but it's just gonna be because I think we're gonna be close. But I don't buy it. So I think he's trying to butter me up and take me out.
What's going on?
They're saying you. Everyone's saying you. I don't know what to do with this. I'm not a good wife. I just was saying, I tried to be honest with Marissa, and I told her, like, I said, I think they're saying Sam, because I didn't want to tell her the Morgan lie. I don't trust her, because the girls feel like, and they said Frank, and I just said, I don't know what the boys are thinking. I don't know what, and then, like, they're all talking over there in a big group. But I just hope that Ben gets people in order because
We need to take out the weaklings is what we need to do because they're trying to take out the threats.
yeah, they are.
I think Sam's the biggest threat over
I
there.
don't know what, because Ben, Joe, and Sam were talking, so I don't know what the hell Ben was saying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's as good at lying as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
I don't know what Joe, because apparently Joe is,
So they're saying
Joe is
Frank.
telling them that he feels like he's on the bottom, so he'll vote with them.
Right.
I don't know if that's true.
I think Joe feels
that
that way. I think Joe feels that way. But the problem is we have us three and Ben.
You have 5
For
of
sure.
them.
What about Gray?
They're all gonna vote.
Gray
Gray will vote
with
to
them.
me. Yeah, he'll vote with them for sure.
Yeah. So we need Joe. We need to vote Sam. We need to be solidified on Sam.
Somebody needs to talk to Joe and Ben before we go over there.
Okay. If we talk and we switch, just be ready.
Ben is just running his mouth over there.
I've heard it. Your name bounced around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone does not like the Morgan idea at all.
Of getting her out.
Getting Morgan out. What about Sam? I've heard too much buzz about Sam either. But to be honest, I'm still willing to take out Sam because I think he's a threat.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But it seems like the consensus is on you. I've talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, I've heard you saying about him.
But I'm still down. Like I'm okay right now. I'm kind of leaning towards Sam. To be honest. I think Sam's a threat.
Yeah, Dave anyway and Peyton are gonna vote Sam.
So I mean, if you do this with us, we could have a little bit more sway. I don't know. And you also have connection to Marissa.
There seems to be 2 very distinct groups right now, with like 3 people on the fence deciding between the 2 groups. Peyton, Dave, and Frank are locked in 3. Ben seems to be locked in with them. Hopefully Gray is not. I need to figure out who is going to win this vote and vote with that group and choose that side. But I don't really like either of the groups. I don't trust either of the groups. But my name has never come up in any of these conversations, so we're taking that for what it's worth and trying to survive.
So what I'm understanding, there's 3 names going around. It's Frank, Sam, and me. But apparently my name is just a fake name. So I think it's either Frank or Sam. I'm planning on doing Frank unless I hear a better name. So I'm kind of looking at both groups. So my biggest alliances are probably Bethany and Marissa. I trust them. I trust Gray. I trust Peyton. Hey girl. And I think I trust Joe. I don't know. And he's telling me not to trust Ben. So I'm a little confused on what to do. And I'm freaking out.
I think the plan for everyone or most people is to vote me out. It's probably a good thing actually because I'm the biggest threat. So I don't know if there's too much I can do. I don't know if I have a big enough alliance, and I want to get Sam out, but I don't know if we can get enough people.
But like, I think Ben could be a little sneaky. He seems sneaky to me. I don't know if you guys are thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I could be
I don't know.
It's the stash.
I think he talks
It's
a
the
lot,
stash,
and then
yeah.
talks himself into voting for other people when he's already set a plan.
Yeah.
Like he's done that already.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I don't know. It's really confusing and I don't know what to do. I don't trust any of you people.
the plan is to vote for Sam. That's the plan that I'm good with. I don't think that getting Frank out just yet is smart. Plus Frank and I have amulets, so, and I think most people know that we do, which is fine. I don't know if some people know that, like, if he or I leaves, that means we have immunity. I think my tribe from last night knows that, but I don't think some other people do, so I don't really know, but I feel pretty, obviously, safe. But yeah, I honestly don't really trust the girls. I wish I did.
So I found the idol. We're already going to go back to camp. went, well, maybe not right back, but me and Frank took the table back.
Mm-hmm.
We had a little talk, a little powwow. Then we came back up and I was like, Frank, let's go down this trail. Let's just walk over here. I was like, knowing that it would be the best, that would be the best part to find an idol. Because this whole time I've been thinking like Survivor, they want to put it in a place that's iconic, in a place that's like out of the way, that kind of stands out. And that trail has always been something that's like, okay, well, it's got to be over there. And then I saw this little stump, this little tree that was half off, and you could see like, oh, that's a perfect place to put there. I saw a bunch of leaves at the top. I was like, okay, so just a little snag, just a little see what happens. Immediately grab it, put it in my pocket. Frank and I just look at each other and go, yes.
If there's another name that is better, we can switch. I would switch to somebody else if there was another name that would like get me.
What if we vote out Gray?
I was about to say, Gray's voted with me every time, but
He's
it's
slick.
always,
Gray
I've
is
never
so
felt like
wishy-washy.
he's
Like, up until he's every time that we've voted, not gone to whatever tribal, he has been like not knowing what he's gonna do until we get there.
bus over here, like be actively like talking about like, well, I
It's
don't
the
even
Wooten
know.
way. Okay, I have done that only to Joe the whole rounds, all 3 times.
Well, I've never got
It's the Wooten way. That's different. But I'm down to
He
vote.
keeps telling me it's different.
Well, also, every single time I try to talk to somebody else comes out that we're like maybe thinking about voting, and then I have to like basically like I guess throw out another option and see where it goes. But would that? Does anyone have a good alliance with Gray, or is he kind of a little more?
Gray seems wishy-washy with everybody.
Yeah.
They're not. I just talked to him, and he wants to vote out Frank. Well, I mean, that's what he's telling me. And I said like, well, last night I thought it would be a given that you and Frank would flip and join us with some of the guys. And he was like, no, he never said that.
Do you guys think Gray will win challenges?
Yeah.
That's not yet. I think he's a threat too.
Let's stop this time. I like that.
Welcome into Tribal Council. First tribal this Sunday and first as a merged tribe. Let's get back to the challenge. Dave, you find the advantage. You get to pick someone. You pick Frank. You guys finish second to last.
Yeah.
How do you think about how that all turned out? Would you do it differently, or was the execution of the challenge for?
I wouldn't do it differently. I think once we knew we were ahead, we kind of slowed down, or we were behind, we kind of slowed down. I think about halfway point, we were pretty much at the tie for first, but then we fell down, and then it was kind of game
Literally
over.
fell down, right?
We fell down. It was game over. So it was tough. The bags were short, so it was tough for me to hold on to that, but
Yeah.
it was good.
So, Bethany, when Dave picks Frank, you know, that's obviously a hey, I'm going to pick a strong guy, we're going to win this thing. I also heard a little chatter from maybe Ben or Gray, hey, if me and Gray get this, if we draw the same rock, we're going to win this thing. What are you thinking? I'm hearing all this, and you guys end up winning.
I was super nervous because Peyton and I are shorter than a lot of other people, and I was like, the length of their steps is going to be very much bigger. So I was not expecting us to win. I was very surprised when Peyton whispered in my ear, "We're first." I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
So you were blindfolded. So you
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. What was your strategy, Peyton?
I think we just had to hold on to the bag, make sure our legs were secure in there, and then we picked up this, once we got a rhythm and picked up the speed, I think it was just straight there and back. We didn't have anyone our way, so that helps for sure.
Yeah. Marissa, so you guys were in the lead as we got towards the turn, and then you turned, and then you ran into someone.
Yeah.
Was that just a byproduct of turning and then not seeing them coming right back the other way?
I was so focused on executing how we had talked about how we were going to turn and start with the inside leg to get, back on track again, that we were just going, and yeah, by the time we saw Dave and them, we were already going to hit them. So.
Yeah. Okay, so moving forward, Frank, you mentioned before the challenge, it was all one big tribe now. Was that the case at camp?
No, definitely not. No, it was very divided. People were going off in groups and some conflicting thoughts.
Were the groups based on previous tribes, previous relationships, or what did you notice?
I noticed it was more like the original groups, but
The original groups from the beginning of yesterday or from the end of yesterday?
from the beginning of yesterday.
Okay, so the original mind and matter groups.
Yeah, it started to divide more.
Interesting. Sam, where's Sam? How does it feel to be sitting here this morning after being the first person voted out yesterday and earning your way back in the game? Yet here you are.
You know, it feels good. You know, I feel like I was kind of backstabbed a little bit yesterday, but now I'm back. I get to be in the jury and kind of help make decisions at the end of the game, or maybe win the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
What is it like being? Because a couple of the people that probably voted for you are sitting here. So how have you mended those relationships, or is there still some lingering tension from that?
I think it's good that Rebecca got out. It was definitely a little bit of, is he going to vote for Rebecca all the time? Is he going to vote for him? Kind of a built-in alliance there that I think they were just trying to cut out early. Now that that's not a problem, I think everything's mended now.
So you think maybe the target on your back has been shrunk?
It's shrunk, but I still think there is a bit of a, hey, look at the tall guys and see if we can pick them off.
The tall guys. Interesting. Who sees himself as a tall guy? You see yourself as tall? Okay. Got some chatter going on. It's the new age of Survivor. Great. You started off on Mialo, and then after the swap, you were still on Mialo, correct?
Correct.
But a couple of faces joined the fray. Who do you feel allegiance to? Is it your original tribe of mind, or is it the tribe you finished last night with?
I would say the original tribe. I definitely think there's been division back at camp. A lot of names thrown out there. I don't know what's going on. Not much trust anywhere. I don't think anyone has, much trust. But more so people towards the beginning. But I've grown, relationships and kind of a mix. I'd say.
So Joe, it sounds like the original mind people, which are Sam and Gray, and even Franco mentioned this, that tribal lines from the original point of the game are still coming into focus for this vote. Do you see it that way?
I see it a little bit, but I don't think it's easily defined like that.
So are you worried?
I'm always worried.
Always worried at every tribal council? That's funny. Have you had any votes cast for you?
No. That doesn't matter though for this one.
Pun intended?
Yeah.
Peyton, how does it feel with that necklace around your neck after being at tribal council the final 2 votes last night? Are you kind of sitting tight and like, okay, I can just rest of this vote, or are you going on the offensive here?
I'm feeling stressed.
Stressed?
I feel like there's a lot happening, a lot of conversations. I mean, I feel nice because I have this, but it also makes me afraid for what happens after this. So I'm just trying to look out for myself, I feel like. So that's kind of how I'm going to vote today.
Ben, this is the first vote where it's an individual vote at this point in the game. There are no more teams. There's no more looking out for the strength of your tribe because you're not competing in challenges against another team. So how do you vote someone out now? With what motives in mind?
So, I think because I haven't watched as much Survivor, I don't think my motives are as strategic. So I'm not sure if I'm playing this particular tribal council right.
Interesting. So if it's not strategic,
it's emotional.
Emotional mode.
Please stop talking. Maybe.
Quick raise of hands. Who thinks they know what's about to happen? Quick raise of hand. Who's worried they might be voted out? It's about 7. And 2 of those 3 people are safe. Okay. Well, with that, it's time to vote. Sam, you're up.
I think you're nice.
I feel like I'm gonna get blindsided right here.
He's a strong player, and I don't want his double vote going any farther.
It's gonna be tight.
It's the biggest vote. It's the biggest vote of my career. It's gonna be big. Really hope they're voting Frank. Really hope they're voting Frank. They have to be, right? Alright. It's big time. This is big time. It's a big time. So young blood. It's time to move aside. Big boys play. Can't be trusted. It's either me or him.
If anyone has an idol or an advantage and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Jeff, you're the biggest blunder in the game. Or not? Place for Frank. I will be for Frank.
This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Frank will not count. Let's go. Whoever's voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Once read, the decision is final. First vote. Frank does not count. 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 Gray. One vote Gray. Gray. It's 2 votes Gray. Fifth person voted out of Survivor Mind vs. Matter. Gray. That's enough. Bring me a torch. Gray. Travis spoke. On the next episode of Survivor Mind vs. Matter, the castaways are surprised by an unlikely immunity winner, and a new target emerges, splintering a once powerful alliance.